It started this year with a home defeat against Wales. They're on the road now, and well, Ken Huget maybe turn things around. It's a 2-on-1, and Damian Penaud gets the score for France. How timely is that?
I was looking at it.
That is actually the first time really France have sparked something. It's a missed tackle from Slade because the pass was so good and it was outside. He breaks 2 tackles. That shouldn't have happened. John Mitchell will be fuming about that. Ashton goes across. I think that's perfectly good score, perfectly good try. The touch judges put his thumb up.
One more time, or are you going to go? Okay. Thank you. Cheers, boys.
For players flopping off their feet, so Baptiste Serra, possibly aware of that, decides to go long, force the Italians to attack from deep. Oh, what an offload! Damian Penaud! Geo! Says Penaud! And the French battalion spike the Italians at the end. Guinness Six Nations defeat. What work in the air from Intermac, and what an offload from the teenager to set the exciting Penaud on his way. And then it was pace from there to the line. The first time we've seen real pressure from this French side in the game. Here is Dupont. Oh, what a kick that is by Dupont! The accuracy to Damian Penaud!
This is the latter stages of it. You see Jalibert calling for a hand up in there. Dupont not interested in giving it to him. Sees that the defence has been compromised. Blair Kinghorn's had to step in. And Dupont looks up. The class, given that he's made a few errors. Sam Johnson's so close to getting a charge down on it. But by the time he got the ball into the outside channel, the defence had been compromised. Johnson had to jam in. Hogg had to jam in. And Kinghorn on the far end had to jam in. None of them could get between Dupont.
Dupont goes looking for it. Somehow Ireland need to hold France out. It can't be any more than 3 if they have designs on winning this game, you feel. Pass will go to Dula. He goes past the first tackle. It was Lowe who didn't make it, and it's Penaud who finds the corner. Around Damian Penaud came.
You have to make sure that you collect man and ball, and he didn't do that, which just allowed Bryce Dulin to step on his inside shoulder, and it's an offload with the wrong hand, which is brilliant. As he's trying to fend his way into the corner. Offloads to Penaud. Good finish.
Yeah, James Lowe won't want to see that one.
2.
Yeah, good. There is one French headline from the opening half there. Paul Willemser has missed his first tackle at the championship. Here's Jalibert. Look at the space here for France. The floated pass out to Penaud, and Penaud can almost walk into the corner. Superbly worked. That is classic France.
He does it. Look at this. There you go. It's actually the wraparound from who else? Antoine Dupont and Jalibert. You think he's going to go? No, he doesn't have to. He only had one option really then, was to put the big pass over. And that is a great score. Look at this. Teddy Thomas was running the tracking line inside. The decoy. England all at sea. That is simply, like I said, a thing of absolute beauty. Off a set piece. You don't see these very often, so apparently you can't score off a set piece these days. That's just beautiful.
Well, the classic move of this new France team from the first phase is that long throw straight over the top. England will have been expecting it, but I tell you what, when it operates as smoothly as that, very little you can do about it.
Dupont wants it. Dupont has it. Vakatawa has a little look at Watson. Oh, what an offload. Penaud over the top. Penaud goes after it. What way is the ball going to bounce? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Stand and applaud if you're at home. They'll have to accept just the 5.
I mean, truly superb play, looking to keep the ball alive. Everything what they love about French rugby. Vakatawa engages the line, sublime offload, and the rest is done by Penaud. Magnificent team try, superb to watch.
Wonder whether it's going to be a similar move that sent Jalibert in for the score with Fickou as the first receiver on the left-hand side. Fickou looks ready, Penaud's coming around, he's going to get the inside ball. Penaud setting off and scoring.
So good from set phase. Again, Fabien Galtier all over this with Laurent Labitte. Dupont serves up.
Wriggles and rolls, but he's not quite able to make it. Georgia stepping forwards. Willemsen thought there might be a reach to make, but it was going to be a little early for that. But it is going to be out wide for Penaud. Penaud gets in for his second try of the match.
Much better work by France again. Sekou Makalu, another line-out ball. After one or two quality phases of tight work by the pack. Gaël Fickou with a lovely ball out the back behind the decoy runner. To Ntamak, again that vision, the creativity.
Galtier deciding to going back to the tried and tested method with a single fly half in the 10 roll. To allow Danty onto the field, who popped up as first receiver there. Oh! The intercept for Penaud! Penaud is going to go under the post for France, and the Stade de France is absolutely enraptured with the winger. But that interception might just be the home fans' favourite.
What a moment, well read again by Damian Penaud. Saves the overlap, they're under real pressure. Jumps out the line, plucks the ball out there. Look what it means to him.
He's a very hard man as well. He gets smacked by 2 or 3 people, then still presents the ball superbly. And off France go again.
Moefana, Damian Penaud. He's away this time. Is this the bonus point try? Oh, yes it is. It is Gallic choreography of the highest standard.
Got 2 tries. And again, it was just a procession to the line. Ioane was it just quite gets it slightly wrong there. Penaud scores the try. Dupont in passing that ball just in support.
Any sense of a forward pass at the end here,
I think it was flat, to be honest. The referee's given the try. That one's fine. This one is a little bit flat, but he ain't going to blow up for that or go to the TMO. He's given the try.
Being held up there is Rory Darge. Gaël Fickou is in there. And they've got the ball, Taufa Fanua, now Cameron Walkie, they've all got footballing skills, and Damian Penaud, it's all about pace for the Clermont winger, and that might well have bubble wrapped the victory here for France.
He does the draw and pass, Walkie looks up, spins the ball out, and from there is Danty to Penaud. Penaud against Gilchrist. There is only one winner. Spectacular dive into the corner. One built on defence, France in free flow.
Off goes Lucu of Bordeaux, Gaël Fickou for Ntamak. Oh, there's so much space out there! And it's a whispering death now for Scotland as Damian Penaud.
Footballing skills to work, you just see them all here. Lucu looks up, the ball out the back from Fickou to Ntamak. And he has the ball on a string, even with the wind just drifting the ball away from Damian Penaud. He barely has to break stride. I said on his first try, he'll rarely score easier. Bar from catching that, all he has to do is dive over the line. It's beautiful stuff, it's choreographed on the inside.
Gelon. Campbell is calling numbers down to this near side. Taufa Fanua. Jalibert wants to float it over for Damian Penaud, who knows how to finish from this sort of distance. Oh! Damian Penaud! Oh, it's outrageous!
Oh, unfortunately for Reece Hodge, it's a misplaced kick that's just allowed Jalibert to get on the front foot, and that ball over the top from Jalibert. Massive fend on the inside on Jock Campbell. He's taken one right in the face, and Damian Penaud, you can't stop him from there. Brilliant finish from the Clermont winger. France don't know when they're out.
The Brave Blossoms gradually moving the blue attack away from the 22, but back they come. Intermac, little dab through, got the call. It's Penaud. Penaud's footballing skills, are they there? Yes, they are! In Le Stadium, the home of Toulouse FC, Damian Penaud shows the same footballing skills for the French national rugby team.
Spot the space in behind.
It's onside as well, right?
Yeah, he's definitely onside, Andy. Okay, Andy, I have a decision. You may award the try. You may award the try.
Yamanaka anticipates, does get tremendous height on those kicks. Jalibert with plenty of time though to field, gets a good weighted kick and takes the ball. Jalibert looking, gets the support. He's only been on 30 seconds. Chalaron can't get there though. France suddenly with a visit into the Japanese 22 and options are plenty. Makalou feeds it out. Penaud scored 2 tries against Japan.
To get to the line. And then Dante, well, Makalou just toying with defenders. Damian Penaud, a grateful recipient.
Loose, wild pass under President James Ryan, but Penaud, can Penaud go here? Brilliant ball inside of Jelonche, opening the pitch up with the French. Jelonche needs support, he gets it from Damian Penaud. You never give a vampire a taste of blood, and that's what Damian Penaud is.
They're trying to open up this Irish defence. They're trying to play a chaotic style of rugby, which means the point of attack is always changing. The Irish can't set defensively. You've got Irish defenders bouncing out, biting in. That's exactly the type of defensive line that this French team really want to get stuck into. He does so well there, does Damian Penaud, to get through that gap. In November he was quite quiet at times and he just burst into life. He is a class act. Can't keep him quiet all game.
Escargot, he is not.
But look at France here.
Still playing advantage.
And it's Damian Penaud, and it's Penaud against Dombran, and across comes Stewart, but Penaud is coasting in. It is a humiliation. Twickenham back in 1997, when France beat England on their way to a Grand Slam. Well, his son today is going to put the icing on a record defeat.
Well, they've just pulled England literally apart, whether it's at front with their back row. Penaud, Dombran was going to get nowhere near him. And that's what happens. You get loose, you chase again. England's defence goes all to pot, and that guy just flies in. I'm not going on holiday in France for my summer anyway. Summer holiday is off. They have just taken England apart.
As the crowd left before time, and it's happening again here. Murfana, Ramos, oh again, it's simply magnificent. Penaud again. France have gone past 50.
You've got Rafa Ibanez just boiling lovely there. Fabian just purring watching this. Simple back row move. I know you've got forwards out because Ollie Lawrence has been injured, but still you've got to score the tries. You've got to put the cream on top of the cake, and that's what exactly what France have done. 2 tries for Penaud, 2 from Olivon, 2 for Flamand. Who else has got one? Ramos in the first, 1 minute 49 seconds.
Maybe should have been red carded for that, only picked up a yellow but suspended. Here's Ramos now for Intermac. Intermac gets away. Where's the support? Intermac throws the dummy, stays on his feet, and now it's Dupont. Oh! What a pass! What a pass for Damian Penaud. Parisian precision.
does look at that. Nick Tompkins grabbing around the shoulders. Dummy passer into Max, sacks in 3 defenders and still gets the ball away. But what about this pass? Oh my gosh, that is half the width of the field at pace with accuracy. Antoine Dupont, that is why everyone knows your name. Lovely awareness here, look, into Max, sucks in the players. Oh, that's disappointing from Wales. They had bodies there. There's the pass. Wow.
That pass went the entire length of the Champs-Elysees. Wales trying to poach, trying to go over the top, told to leave the ball alone.
Release now, tackle!
Luku once more, and is the opportunity here for a win. Ramos, yes, it's another one. Damian Penaud, more sweet, and children rise in triumph.
They had that early penalty, didn't they? So they chose the tap and go. But there was no panic. Look at this, composed, hands, get the ball into space and jog it in. France are at that level of attacking play.
20 tries.
Harassing teammate. Blue! Thank you. Dupont senses it's on down the short side again. Penaud with the fend and the dive into the corner.
The mastermind behind this, Damian Penaud, scores the try. Aldred again, who's crucial. One mistake. Schumann does that. Aldrid's on it. And this guy's now found his Harry Potter wand. I don't think he had it in the first half. He didn't have much ball to play with, but everything comes through this 9. Good hands outside again. There's 2 guys, Kinghorn, Gilchrist. You know, can you do better? Yes, you should. You should be there. Stein goes in for the tackle. You either take one man or whatever. It's Richie Gray, I apologise, not Gilchrist. Again, you have to do better than that, even though these guys can put the ball through the hand.
What a run! Was he tackled? Was he held? Play goes on. French must score, surely. Dupont to Penaud. French panache in Paris.
It's the hard carry by Aldred that does the initial damage. Breaks 2 tackles over the gain line. The secondary by Dante again. Sit down over the gain line. And after that, the gates are open. Mathieu Jalibert, hands free, the offload. Perfectly weighted to Gaël Fickou. And Antoine Dupont, crossfield off the left, moments ago, off the right to Penaud.
And Jalibert's looked exceptional with ball in hand since the break. It's Couillou to Fickou, just one man on the right-hand side, which is Penaud, and just one man to beat. Ahead of him, is it going to bounce for Damian Penaud? What a World Cup booster this performance has been for France.
Fickou looks the width. Australia again defensively appalling on the edge. Damian Penaud. The kick, the chip, the chase, the pace to finish.
Thanks, man.
The French fans are on their feet again. Lovely piece of rugby by the Frenchman.
Pick and go, but Byrne is there. And Ireland drive France back. Aldridge is the man in possession. Luku will get his hands on it. Antonio will use that Balkan power to drive forward. France are coming. France are coming. Penaud! Damian Penaud!
And then it's just the speed of ball is just too quick. Decent delay on the pass from Jalibert, just straightened up to tie in Gibson Park, which left that hole. We got a game on.
England's line speed still good, still holding that line, even when Meafu comes. Dupont by his skipped. Bielbieri, they're going to do it on the outside. It's Damian Penaud. Had the try line at his mercy in the first half. Work done by the pack. The finish from Bielbieri and Penaud combining.
Well, the two of them in the first half couldn't catch a cold, could they? On a cold day at Twickenham, but all of a sudden they've lit that paper. Bielbieri again got caught out a little bit, you've got to say, but it was a superb kick for Finn Smith, that England try. This time he puts his partner in crime home. The left wing combining with the right wing. Penaud goes.
Ireland
Short for me.
just short, says the referee. Pulled on and then picked off. And Ramos is away and gone. And look who's on his shoulder. Damian Penaud. It's a record-breaking, monumental moment. France's all-time equal try scorer, Damian Penaud.
5 minutes to go, and then this happens. Ramos is thinking, am I going to get there? In a normal time, he'd probably go for it. Penaud's on his right-hand side, sorry, my dyslexia, and that's just a killer. People now are leaving the Aviva in droves.
What a moment. Damian Penaud, big smile on the face.